Hey Flosstube, it's Tiffany with Tiff and Stitches, and this is Mia. She's a crazy dog that needs a haircut. She's in trouble today, so she is being very loving. Very quickly, she decided she's potty trained. She's 13, almost 13 years old. Next April, she'll be 13, or 12. Either way, she's older. And she has been potty trained for a very long time, but last night she had a rough night and she decided to pee on the floor. Well, where she peed on the floor was where my bag, my mesh bag that I carry my knitting in was. And luckily, none of my skeins of yarn got ruined. My big projects weren't in there, but there was a shawl that I was gonna rip out that I now have to throw in the trash because it has dog pee on it. So she knows she's in trouble. So she's trying to come over here and smooth it all over. Look at her. Okay, I gotta film though, bud. I gotta film, baby. All right, go that way. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Over here on the rug. Go lay down. Lay down. Good girl. There you go. Okay, welcome back to my channel. To everyone who's new, it's really nice to meet you. I am glad that you're here. And to all of the returning subscribers, thank you for watching another week. I'm in a new spot. I just keep trying new places in my house. I cleaned like a mad woman. My mom came over and helped me clean this weekend. So this room is presentable. The kids' toys are like in a corner. You can't see them. I got a new rug, which you can't see because of all my stuff on it, but I got a new rug. And so this area of the house is clean. I will have a new filming spot permanently, probably next week. I just have to build this cubby shelf that I got. I just haven't built it yet, so we're here now. We're here today. So I guess what we're gonna go through today, this is Flosstube number 18, I think. And it's been 3 weeks since we've had an update on my stitching, and there's not a whole lot to show you for 3 weeks, but there's a reason why. As you guys know, I did have a project bag sale, and I have been sewing like a mad woman too. So cleaning and sewing. But I do have a little bit of stitching to show you. So I'm gonna show you that, and then I'm gonna show you the haul that I have, which is just a little bit. And then I'm gonna go into the project bags that I still have left that are up on my Etsy shop. So that if you miss out on the sale on my Instagram and you still wanted to get a bag, or you like any of these bags that I show you today, you can go over to my Etsy, which will be linked below, and pick them up because I still have some available. So that is the agenda for today, and then I will summarize it all and give you guys a little bit of a life update. So that is the plan. In other news, at the end of this video, there will also be a giveaway announcement because I am dangerously close to 1,000 subscribers. So I am gonna go ahead and announce what the giveaway will be in this video. So stay tuned to the end so that you can comment and enter that giveaway. And then when I hit 1,000 subscribers, which should be in the next couple of weeks, I will be picking the winner for that. So stay tuned for that. And speaking of, I'm gonna have to go get part of the prize because I left it in the other room, but we'll do that in a second. So, okay, first of all, let's get into what I've been working on. I've got 3 projects here to show you a little bit of progress on each of them. And then we'll talk a little bit about my plans for the upcoming 2 weeks for when it comes to stitching. So let's see what we got here. Let's get our thread out of the way. So the first, well, let's go in order of what I worked on. So these are all in new project bags, so I can kind of show you the bags that I made. So this is one of the bags. I do still have some of these available. This is, I called it Owls, Cats, and Jack-o'-lanterns, oh my, just because I thought it was funny. And then it's got the gingham, Halloween gingham on the inside. And then that is holding my little Halloween Quaker freebie. I do not have, it's on my phone. I do it as a PDF, but I'll insert a picture of it here. And this is my progress. So that is where I'm at on that, the top left-hand corner. Got this whole section done, except I am back stitching. I don't know if you can see that. I'm back stitching the gray because it doesn't pop on this fabric just to give it a little bit more dimension, I guess. But yeah, so that is that. I started that in the last 3 weeks. And I started putting in the words like Happy Halloween on there. So I got a little ways. I started this, I went to Kelly from Kellyanne on Flosstube. I went to her house. I guess it'll be 3 Saturdays ago tomorrow. And we went to Hobby Lobby and I got the floss to do this because I felt like stitching with her. I didn't have anything with me. So I took the baby over there and we just hung out for a little bit and had a little crafty errand time and just hung out. So that was when I started that. And then the next thing that I worked on is in my chicken bag, which is, I also have 1 large and 1 small. I think I have the small here, yep. I have 1 large and 1 small of these available, vinyl front. So those are up in my Etsy shop. I'm just showing you those ones as I go because I'm showing you the bag. So this is my Christmas freebie ornament from Pinker Pumpkin Quilting. I've shared this with you guys before. I'll have it linked below. This is free. I can show you the chart. So I am working on the barn. And this, I had a little bit of it done, but I did put in like the entire side of the barn. I'm having to lean really way forward for you guys to see this. So hopefully you're seeing the details there. So that is the second project that I got a little bit of stitching done on. It's so nice to have project bags for the things that I'm working on, let me tell you. And that was the whole goal of making all of these, is so that I could have a project bag stash. So I'm enjoying it. Okay, and then the last thing that I put a few stitches in on is in another new bag. I have 1 of these available, a small one, and that's it. Yeah, only 1. So that is the small one that is up in my Etsy shop, and that is it. So I only have 1 of those. But this is my Bristol sampler. It doesn't have a reason that it's in this bag. There's not like a theme to this. It's just a monochromatic sampler with letters. So I just put it in a fall bag because why not? So this is from the Gift of Stitching magazine, the final issue in 2012. This is what it's gonna look like. Ooh. I'm doing this as a stitch along with Shiloh from X Stitch MD, and it is hashtag Bristol Sampler Sal. Feel free to join in with us. It's fun, and it is, I have a hair clip on here holding my fabric, so give me just a second. This is how big the piece of fabric is for this project. It is gonna be ginormous. Okay, and I stopped last night because I made a mistake and I need to take back some stitches. But let me, okay. Oh, this thing is massive. So I have not been telling you guys my fabric and my stuff. Okay, so this is 40 count platinum linen, stitched 1/2 with color and cotton ash plum. And I finished the letter C, I stitched the entire letter D, and I moved down to the letter Q, but like I said, I'm off by a couple stitches, so I just gotta go back a little bit, and I was too tired last night to do that work, so I just put it down and started knitting. So I'm gonna do a little bit more on this today, hopefully, but yeah, so that is my Bristol sampler. Shiloh is way, way, way ahead of me. Like, I think she's almost done with page 1, which there's like a little bit of the E over here in page 1, and then there's the bulk of the R, and then like a whole bunch of other alphabets, and she's almost completely finished. But that's okay. I'm trucking along, right? I've got a lot of irons in the fire right now, so that is that. Let me just really quickly tell you what fabric. These 2 are actually on the same fabric, so I'll just tell you really quick. It is 32 count natural linen from Hobby Lobby, both of them. So nothing too fancy there. So that is everything I worked on. When it comes to plans for the next 2 weeks, I definitely want to keep trucking away at this. I'd like to see some more progress on the Bristol sampler just to get semi caught up with Shiloh. And then I would like to actually just keep working on these projects. I really was feeling the Halloween project. I don't know if I'll still be feeling it once Halloween passes, so I want to get some more work done on this in the end of October, and then maybe get a little bit more work done on my Christmas ornament. I had come up with this whole plan for like whips and a wheel, and I still want to do that. I just kind of got sidetracked, to be completely honest. So I'm thinking that I know in 2021 is going to be the year of ornaments for me. Like, I want ornaments. I bought a Halloween tree. I bought a Halloween decorations, but I don't have anything stitched for Halloween. So I definitely want to come up with like my Halloween display next year. And then I want to decorate a Christmas tree with Christmas ornaments. So I know I'm going to be doing a lot more ornaments, which is exciting. And so I know that that's going to be in the plans, but we'll see. The rest of this year is kind of whatever I feel like stitching, I guess, and starting. So that's what we're going to do. Because I don't have the brain capacity to like have it all planned out right now, because I have so many other things all planned out. So we have a few months left this year. I'm just going to enjoy myself and work on the projects I want to work on, whether it's stitching or knitting or whatever it may be. Okay, so I have one more project bag that is mine to show you guys, which is actually, where's my other one? I wonder what project's in that bag. I forgot one of them, but that's okay. This is just holding a freebie that I want to do for Halloween, and it's the tarot card bag. I did sell out of these. I don't have any more of them, so that's why I kind of set it to the side, but I sold out. But this is a really cute bag. And then I'm going to show you the haul that I have, which is just 3 things, nothing too crazy. I did get my Be Stitch Me Fabric of the Month. I'm in the Neutral Club. So this is the Neutral October fabric. I just got it yesterday or the day before. So this is called Scotsman, and I'm gonna apologize in advance for the crinkle, so I'm gonna take it out of here. But I get the fat quarter of linen, 36 count linen. So that's what this is, and it's a really pretty mottled, like bluish gray, kind of. It's like it's not a navy, quite navy, but it's kind of like a wedgewood, like a dark wedgewood color, if you know what that color is. So besides the blinds, casting this right here, this part of it's pretty true to color. So that came in. Definitely recommend her Fabric of the Month Club. I just signed up a couple months ago. There were still spots. So her linen is very nice, and I really like it. So I'll fold that back in a minute. The next piece of haul that I have is my Shannon Christine Designs ornaments for October. And I didn't realize it, but I showed you guys the freebie for October last time, the Kiss Me Under the Mistletoe. I guess I missed the freebie for September. I'm not really sure. But this is it. So it's Merry and Bright, and then Joy, Peace, and Love. I love these. These are going to be something I stitch one a month at least next year to make the Christmas ornaments, because I love these. So that is definitely in the plans for next year. Printed those off. And then the last thing is just a little finishing thing I found at Hobby Lobby on sale, or maybe it was at, no, I think it was at Hobby Lobby in their fall section, and it was 40% off, and it was only $5.99 to begin with. And I thought it would be really cute for finishing something. So it's just a board that has a little hanger. So I'm not sure what I'll put on it, but that's all it is. It was $5.99 or $5.99, but it was 40% off. So I recommend that. All right, so next I'm gonna just give you a little rundown of the bags that I have left, and then I will give you a life update, and then we'll talk about giveaway. So let me see here. I've already shown you, I have a small of this guy. That's it. That's all I have left. It's up in the shop. I have one small and one large of the chickens. I love this. I think this is so cute. None of these sold on the Instagram, which I was really surprised. But people were very into Halloween. So I think that people were just focused on Halloween. Of this fabric, I have 2 large and 2 smalls, which is marbled skulls. So it's really fun. I like it's got like a lavender zipper, and it's got the white marble on the front, which matches this skull right here. So I have 2 large and 2 smalls up on my Etsy shop of that one. Then I have this. So these are the 2 smalls that I have left, but they're inverse of each other. And this is it. I don't have any larges of this fabric. So this is the sweater weather fabric. So this is the inverse one that's got the sweater weather on the inside and the wood plank on the outside. So that one is up in the shop. And then this small one with the wood plank on the inside and sweater weather on the outside is also up in the shop. So those are the only sizes of that I have. And then this one, I'll have to put it down and I'll put it on the screen to give you the correct count, but I'm pretty sure I have 1 large and 2 smalls of this. So this is the truck fabric with the green interior. So 1 large and 2 smalls, pretty sure, but look down below and see what I said. Those are sold. That's sold. This one, I'm gonna have to put on the screen exactly how many I have of each size, but this is the large size, and I'm pretty sure I have a couple left of the large, and maybe like 1 large and 2 smalls or something like that, but I'll put it on the screen. Sorry about the blinds, but it's got the ghost. This is one of the custom fabrics. What sold the most was the custom fabrics. So I have a few of these left, but not very many. But I also had the most of those. So, all right. And then I already showed you my large cats with the tarot, or not with the tarot, with the gingham Halloween fabric. So that's my large one. I also have, I have 2 small, no. I have 1 small of this left, and I have 2 larges of this left. 1 small, 2 larges. That's all I've got of that. This one sold like crazy. I think I have very minimal of these left. I'll put the numbers on the screen for this one. This is Holly Jolly. This is the only Christmas bag I launched this time. It's got the blue teal zipper with the orange polka dots and the cute little hedgehog. So I have very minimal of these left. It's on the screen below. But yeah, that one was a very, very popular one. And then this one was even more popular, which I was so surprised. I literally have 1 of these left. I have 1. So if you want this, run to my Etsy shop and grab it. This is Graveyard Floral. And it has like the skeletons and the flowers and just like the kind of spooky trees as the background. So that one, literally there's 1 small left, and that's all I have. And this one, I'll put the numbers down below. This one was also very popular. This is my, we pulled it right there. This is my Halloween floral, and it's got the green. This is the small. I think I have at least a small left, maybe 1 large and 1 small. I'll put the numbers on the screen for you guys. And that's it, I think. I think that's all of them. So that's what I have left. I think I ended up with like 17 or 20 left total. And I sold more than half. So thank you guys so much if you went to the Instagram and supported me. My Instagram and supported me. I really appreciated all the love, and you guys seemed really excited about the fabrics and to get the bags. So there's only a few left up on Etsy. So if you're watching this and you want it, my Etsy is linked below. Feel free to go grab you some bags and I'll get them shipped out to you. So I've been sewing, like I said, like a mad woman. I mean, how many bags do I have just right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So that's 21 just sitting here with me. And I know I made another one because I'm using it and I don't know where it is, but I think I made 26 total whenever I was sewing. So lots of bags. And anyways, thank you guys again. I really, really do appreciate it. Okay, so next is going to be life update. So what's been going on with me? Let me get a drink really quick because I'm thirsty. My half sweet, half unsweet tea from Chick-fil-A. I love it. So the kids are doing good. We had a little bit of a, I wouldn't even call it a scare, but more of an inconvenience with Carter. So my 5-year-old Carter, who is about to be 6, he is in kindergarten, and he has been going to public school and doing great. And last week on Tuesday, we got an email from the school just saying that someone in the school did test positive for COVID, and that they would be notifying the families of anyone who came in close contact with that person. And so we didn't get any emails Tuesday night, so I thought we were in the clear. And then Wednesday, like around lunchtime, after they let my son ride the bus, go to school, eat in the cafeteria, we get a call from the nurse saying that he sat adjacent to this person and that he would need to come home for a 7-day quarantine from school and revert back to virtual learning. So he came home. His dad went and picked him up from school right that minute, and it was my night to have him, so I had to go meet his dad. And brought him home, and he stayed home with us for a week. He had no symptoms. He never ran a fever, nothing, nothing bad, thank goodness. And so he did go back to school yesterday, but the virtual learning was such a mess because they had unenrolled him from his class on the virtual learning platform because that class no longer existed, right? Because at one point they were all doing virtual learning as a class, and then certain students went to a new teacher because they decided to full-time virtual learn, and then some students went to school. So they got rid of that class on all of his learning apps and everything on the tablet that the school provides. So we couldn't get in to his class to do the schoolwork, and we emailed the teacher, and we didn't get anything back till the last day in the afternoon that he was home. So I told her, I was like, he can't be held accountable for not doing these activities because it's literally 3:00 on Wednesday. He's going to be back at school tomorrow. How are we supposed to finish an entire week's worth of work in a few hours? So she did give us handouts each day with like little videos he could watch and different books he could read and stuff. So we did that, but the rest of it was pointless. So, but he is way ahead. Like, that's the other thing we found out since I talked to you guys last. So I don't want to bore you guys, but I'm super proud of him. Like, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of myself and his dad for the way that we've raised him, because we always made an effort to educate him every step of the way and talk to him like he, was a educated child. And we've just always had that approach, I guess. We use bigger vocabulary with him. We've never tried to dumb it down for his age. We just teach him, if he doesn't understand what a word means and things like that. And we put him in Montessori school, which I think was one of the best decisions that we've ever made, because he is almost 6. He is reading at a level that is expected of children exiting 1st grade, and he just entered kindergarten. He scored, they do like an entry test into kindergarten just to see where they're at, and he was higher than his stepmom teaches 1st grade. He was higher than her students are expected to be when they exit 1st grade. So super, super proud of him, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to proceed with his schooling because he is so far ahead. And he's also old for his class. He's one of the oldest because of when his birthday falls. So he was born in November. So he only missed the cutoff for the prior year to start kindergarten by like a couple of weeks or months. And so a lot of the times when you want to have your child skip a grade, the main concern is like social maturity. But he's wearing a size 8 clothes when he's 5. He is very mature for his age, and he's just beyond like the intelligence that he's supposed to have. So we're trying to make a decision on whether to, in June, we have the option of letting him test out of first grade and move to second grade. And I don't know what the right decision is. We're still playing around with it, but we'll probably go ahead and let him test just to see how he does, and then talk to him about it and make a decision from there. So that's what's going on with him. Jackson is doing so well. We went back to the doctor. When was it? Earlier in October, like the first week of October. And the expectation was that he was supposed to have gained 2 pounds in a month and a half since we'd been there. Because I don't know if I told you guys, I think I did, but he was struggling to put on weight. He had lost an extreme amount of weight. He lost over a pound between his 6-month and his 9-month appointments. Rather than gaining weight, he'd lost, and he went from 50th percentile down to the 16th percentile. And so we started him on a high calorie, solid diet, and he really took to it. And when I say really took to it, I mean that we went to the doctor. He was supposed to have gained 2 pounds, and he gained like almost 3.5 pounds. And then we had to go back to the doctor because he's having some allergy issues, and he had gained another pound, and it had only been like 2.5 weeks. So he is on the upward climb. But when we went early October, he had jumped back up to the 50th percentile. So he was back on his growth curve that he was on when he was younger. So that was super positive, and now he's even higher than that. So he's not off the charts by any means, but he is 21 pounds and 11-ish ounces. So at almost a year old. So he's doing so much better with gaining his weight, and he loves food. And so that's exciting. The one thing is today, I'm a little bit sad because I really put a ton of effort in the beginning to pumping and freezing breast milk for daycare. And obviously this quarantine stuff just totally threw all of my plans for a loop because I thought I was going to be back at work. I thought I was going to be pumping, but in reality, I ended up at home with the baby at home with me while trying to work and nursing him. So I didn't pump for the first 3 months of quarantine at all. Didn't touch it because I was nursing him all day. He did go back to daycare in July, and I tried to start pumping again, and my body just wasn't reacting to it the same way that it did before, because I had taken such a long break from that kind of stimulation to get the breast milk, and it just wasn't working anymore. I was getting maybe 1 to 2 ounces every time I pumped, and he was drinking 5 ounces a day. So that wasn't adding up. I just wasn't keeping up. So I knew that the frozen supply was going to run out probably earlier than the year mark that I was hoping to make it to. So he turned 11 months on October 14th. Today is October 23rd. So he's like a little over 11 months old. And today was the first day I sent him to daycare without breast milk. So we did good. We had a good run. He is still nursing. He nurses in the morning. He nurses at 5 and he nurses at 8. So he gets 3 feedings a day still with breast milk. So he is just fine. He's getting the nutrition that he needs, but I know he's going to have a rough time come 2 o'clock today because he is very, very used to having that bottle. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Other than that, we have a family photo shoot tomorrow that I'm super excited about. It's a combination of Jackson's 1-year photos because his birthday is November 11th. Carter's 6-year photos because Carter's 6-year photos because his birthday is November 11th. Jackson's 1-year photos because his birthday is November 14th. This is what happens when your kids are 3 days apart in their birthdays. You get them swapped around. And our family Christmas photos. So I'm super excited about that. And yeah, so anyway, all right, so time to get into the giveaway. Are you guys excited? So as of this morning, when I looked, I had 944 subscribers. So that's super exciting. Thank you guys so much. But I'm obviously only like 50 something subscribers away from the 1,000 mark, which is a huge milestone. I'm sure you guys know when it comes to filming videos, 1,000 is a big milestone. So I want to do something special. I want to do a giveaway for you guys. So what I'm going to do is, as you know, I am doing another round of project bags. in probably late November. And it's going to be all of the Christmas fabrics. I have so many cute ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick, we're going to do a total of, we'll do 4 giveaways. We'll do 4 giveaways. 2 of them are going to be project bags. We'll do small project bags. So those are 11 by 8. They look like this. They're perfect for ornaments, so you'll get Christmas fabric instead of this. And when I do my video, you can pick what fabric you want. I'll give the giveaway winners first choice before I put the video up saying what I have available. You'll get a small bag, and it'll be Christmas fabrics. And I guess I could show you. Let me go grab the fabrics that I have of Christmas fabric, and that way you can put in the comments below which one you would like, and then I'll get the charts that I needed to grab anyways. Okay, we're back. So we're gonna do a total of 4 giveaway winners for reaching 1,000 subscribers, and here is how we're gonna do it. So the first 2 winners are going to get a small project bag with the fabric of their choice, and I'm gonna show you guys right now the fabrics, and I'll tell you guys what to put in the comments below in order to win. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to tell me something about yourself in your comment. I want to get to know you guys. That's why I do this, is to be a part of the community. So tell me something interesting, an interesting fact about yourself. So that's the first thing you have to do to enter the giveaway. But also you need to put the word project bag. Do the words project bag if you want to enter to win the project bag. And then I'll tell you the other word to enter into your comment somewhere if you want to win the charts that I have to give away. So, and then you're gonna tell me what fabric that you want. So I know it's kind of a 3-level comment, but you know, let's have fun with it. Why not, right? So the first one is going to be, we are going to call this Christmas Camper. Christmas Camper. So this is the main fabric. So you can see there's like a Christmas camper. There's a bunch of like fall trucks with trees in them. Super fun. I already have 1 bag cut out of this fabric. So the fabric is kind of wonky because I wanted a certain panel out of it. But so I do have enough to make a small bag out of this. So if you would like the Christmas Camper fabric, this is the corresponding fabric that goes with it. It's just a green gingham. Then you would put something interesting about yourself, and then the words project bag and Christmas Camper in the comment, okay? The next option we have is this is a project bag that's actually cut out, so I'm going to show you the fabrics. This is a custom fabric from Etsy, a custom printed fabric, so it's got these fun little Christmas trees. And then this is the zipper fabric, which I have this fabric with another bag later, but, and then this is the inside fabric, just a red gingham. So that is gonna be the Christmas tree fabric if you want that in the small size. And then the next one is so fun. I love this fabric. So this is like leopard print and gingham Christmas trees. And then this is the corresponding fabric that goes with it. So for this one, you're gonna put that you want the gingham tree fabric, okay? And we're just gonna do one more option because I don't want to put too many options and make it confusing. So the last option, if you want a project bag, is going to be called Reindeer Feed. Oh, is that upside down? Yes. So this is the fabric on the outside. Winter wishes, season's greetings, lots of fun stuff there. And then, like I said, the plaid is going to be the corresponding fabric to that. Okay, so those are your 4 choices for the project bags. And just to go over them one more time, you've got Christmas Camper, you've got Christmas trees, you've got gingham trees, and then you've got the reindeer feed. Okay, those are your 4 choices. So let me know in the comments below something about yourself and which fabric you would want your project bag made out of if you were to win. Okay, and then the next 2 giveaways are going to be Prairie Schooler charts. So to enter this, I still want to know something interesting about you. But I would like you to say that you either want to stitch Little Red Riding Hood or you want to stitch, make sure the word stitch is in your comment. I would like to stitch Little Red Riding Hood, or I would like to stitch the Tortoise and the Hare. So this is the Tortoise and the Hare by the Prairie Schooler. This is an original cardstock glossy front pattern. And then this is Little Red Riding Hood. This one is beautiful when it's stitched up. So those are going to be the last 2 giveaway items for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So I'm so excited to almost be at that milestone. I really do appreciate it. Obviously, to enter the giveaways, please make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Don't enter the word giveaway and be 18 or older so that I can get your mailing address. All of the regular rules that always apply. I will be checking to make sure you are a subscriber, so please do that. And plus, that will help me to get to the 1,000 mark so I can do this giveaway. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for joining me again today. It was great catching up with you, and I hope you enjoyed the update. If you did like the video, that does help me as well. Just to get my name out there. There's a ton of people in this community, so you know, I would love to meet more people and interact with more people. So any of your support goes a long way. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.